This interview is for information only and should not be considered as investment advice or a recommendation to buy shares in the company featured. Welcome to this StockBox interview.
Well, today I'm joined by Kerem Usenmez, Chief Executive at Volta Metals. Kerem, it's been a few months since we spoke. Thanks for coming on. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. Thanks for having me. Yeah, things are progressing quite fast.
Excellent. Yeah, so you've been busy drilling at your Springer project, and today we're going to focus on the latest assays where you've reported some very decent gallium grades. But before we go into that, gallium is an element many might not be familiar with. I'm not going to profess to be an expert myself. So with that in mind, can you just quickly walk us through what it's used for and what the market looks like right now? I understand supply is currently dominated by China.
Yeah, absolutely. So gallium is predominantly used in AI semiconductors. I mean, it's everywhere we use it. It's on our phones and all the technology we use. But lately, this spike has been in the last year or so because of the AI. So semiconductors, the chips are now using gallium nitrate as opposed to predominantly silicon, which is making it faster response and so forth. So that spiked the interest, and then China put the restrictions initially for US and then globally. Now you can't take gallium out of China. Mm-hmm. But what's interesting is, like you mentioned, 98% of global production, the processing, comes from China. Mm-hmm. That is not going to change. We have zero in the US, nominal numbers from recycling in Canada, like 0.002% or something of the global production. So it's nothing in North America. Right. There is no standalone gallium deposit in the world. It's always a byproduct. So that's why our results are very, very exciting. We're inching towards that.
Got you, yeah. So your project being in Canada, so in North America, is really kind of beneficial from a strategic perspective looking forward.
Yes, absolutely. Look, the market is growing for gallium. It's not just these years. In the long term, they're projecting from say 2025 to 2032 in the next 6 years, give or take. It's going to be sevenfold of for the demand. So, like I said, because it's a byproduct, it's not a big market. But if you're talking about that many folds of demand, you need supply for the next at least 5-7 years. There will be a deficit. So, yeah.
Absolutely. And with that demand increase forecast in mind, are we seeing more companies start to look at the space and show interest in projects like Springer?
Yeah, absolutely. So Springer is very unique. It's a rare earth project, very high grade, mineralization on surface. Where we are is unmatched in North America, maybe around the world, because we're just near Sudbury, very, very close. 1 hour. We have road access through a highway. Look, there's major stores where you can buy, even like Dairy Queen. I don't know if you're familiar, but like McDonald's. McDonald's is 7 kilometers from our deposit. So right. That's how close, you can get your coffee, you can get pizza delivered on the site. But look, our team is dedicated. We keep finding, we are having that access to that kind of talent in the area is unmatched. So we keep coming up with these discoveries, but it's a rare earth project, high grade on surface, open for expansion, which we are expanding, but it comes with gallium. That's what we reported. Yeah. And gallium normally comes with aluminum or zinc processing as a byproduct. And the highest grade gallium mineral is bauxite. You're looking at 55 grams per ton. So anything above that is like exceptionally high, which we have intersected in this rare earth deposit. So we're still trying to understand, we're trying to find more, well, not trying, but we are finding more and more and more as we go. There's a lot of them. Like I'm talking about thick intercepts of twice amount of bauxite mineralization.
Absolutely, yeah. So with that in mind, let's look at those results themselves. So you've got grades up to 332 grams a ton and 117 meter intersection at 77 grams a ton. I mean, you mentioned in the release that these are among the highest reported in North America to date. So I mean, is it fair to say that the work at the project so far is exceeding your expectations?
It is. It is absolutely. We knew from our due diligence there was gallium intercepts that were never modeled within the resource that's already existing. So, but these kind of intercepts are exceptional. So we just got the first batch from one of the boreholes. That was 117 meters. Entire batch was mineralized, and I'm talking 77 grams. It's very high grade, and with obviously some more higher spikes within that section. So we're expecting more. As we get more, we're looking at having a resource probably Q2 for gallium alone. The other rare earth resources coming up in in February, in the next few weeks. So it's very, very exciting. That's a great add-on value. Not only that, but supporting the Western supply chain, having that kind of a resource is very, very strategic.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess zooming out from the individual holes a bit, I mean, what's the picture like of the system for gallium specifically at Springer like so far? Like, how's it all coming together? What are you seeing?
Yeah, so when they drilled in 2011 and did the resource in 2012, it was obvious that it was open because all the holes hit mineralization, but there was no work done since that report until we acquired it in last summer. So we drilled, we went outside of that, we went deeper. So outside of that shell, entirely mineralized, all the boreholes we drilled. So that also gave us confidence that it's still open. While we are updating the resource with the holes that we drilled in 2025, we decided to drill more because there's a lot more to be found, both rare earths and gallium. And rare earths are very interesting because there's light rare earths and heavy rare earths. The most valuable and strategic are the four big, which is NdPr and your terbium and dysprosium. Half of those, two of them are heavy, two of them are light. So those are the most important ones. What we are finding with those drill holes are more of those, and we actually doubled the heavies in terms of ratio within the total rare earth oxides. So as we drill outside, we're finding more and more of the heavies and high value ones, which is getting more exciting. So that's why this current drill program is also, very valuable to even make it bigger. So we're going outside, we're expanding, we're going a little bit, on the north and south expansions and outside of the current shell.
Got you, yeah. And so when it comes to the dual focus here, like the gallium and the rare earths, how do they sit together? Would the idea be to focus on all of these at the same time as you develop the project from here?
Yes, absolutely. So we are not only doing this, but we started baseline studies to expedite permitting into production and doing extensive metallurgical work to understand how we can recover. We're very confident on the rare earths that we're going to recover because we did initial work. It was positive, and that report should come out in Q1 sometime, maybe sometime in March. We will, as we go, look at how to recover gallium as well, because that's another add-on value. So if we can do that, if we can demonstrate that, that's going to be, one of the best projects in North America for strategic and critical reasons. That's what we're trying to uncover here.
Got you. Yeah. So looking forward on the ground, is it a case of more drilling, more results, and then zoning in on different areas based on what the last round of results told you?
Exactly. We're not only drilling, we're doing geophysical work. We're doing boots on the ground type of work. We're doing tree bark. We're utilizing all the available technical tools to find even more. And we are confident because they were focused very small area back in when they did the resource. We see a lot more potential based on that, what we've done so far. But yes, so resource estimate is coming in February, metallurgical results coming in March. Within that period of time, we're going to have more gallium results coming, and the current drill results will start to come late March, give or take, until July. This is the biggest drill program for this project that we've done, and we're expanding a lot more Meanwhile, we are generating more targets with the other tools that we are utilizing, including geophysics at the moment.
Okay, so you got the resource estimate, the metallurgical work. So those are big incoming milestones. I guess just to finish, like longer term, perhaps towards the end of the year and maybe even to next year, what are some of the longer term development milestones you're working towards? What are you hoping to achieve?
Yeah, that's a good question. So we, while we are doing these in the short term, in the next 6 months, very big milestones, we will be doing a PEA based on the work, because all the work we are doing, including the metallurgical and the resource and so forth, are all PEA or PFS level, pre-feasibility level. So we are going to move forward with a pre-economic assessment, PEA study, so technical study, that should come about in sometime in the summer, Q3, give or take, at the latest. But normally what you do is based on those, you start your permitting process. But because of the location, because of what we know we have, we already started the baseline study. So we are actually 1 year ahead of that, because we started in last year. So we have the baseline work from 2025, and we are continuing extensively this year, including all aspects of it, to get it into advanced exploration stage, which will allow us to do bulk sampling. So that is the longer or midterm plans to get that into production in a faster way. Look, this area is a very dedicated, very well known mining area. It's just outside of Sudbury, all the talent. There's no place on earth better than this area that knows how to find, how to build mines. It's all in the culture, you know. So that's why we are very, very fortunate to have this project where it is.
Yeah, well, it all sounds like it's moving forward very quickly, and it sounds like you've got a great combination of that increasingly strong market and increasingly strong project.
Absolutely. Yeah, we are fortunate about that, and government support, but more importantly, the stakeholder, the First Nations, we're building this literally alongside with them. So this is very exciting.
Great. Well, Kerem, thanks again for your time today, and I look forward to catching up again soon.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
If you enjoyed this interview, then give us a thumbs up, a like or a retweet. Subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Twitter, and hit that notification bell to be the first to know when we release new content. There's loads of great content on our website too, across all our programs at stockboxmedia.com. Thank you for watching.